Well, if you thought driving a motor coach for a sports team can be easy and fun, well, today's going to show you it's not always fun in games. We're here at Buc-ee's, 11:30 at night, on the way down to Jacksonville. Just had a big win here with the Swamp Rabbits here at Savannah. So the next day is going to be kind of a really hard, kind of awkward, sleep, screwed up kind of a day. So we'll come back later on. We'll tell you about it here, but it's not all fun and games. And tonight and tomorrow is going to be one of those. So if you think driving a tour bus is always fun, well, these are the kind of days that it's not always that fun. So we'll go over it and we'll see you down the road. Thanks for riding along here again. Hit like and subscribe. Love you guys who are showing the support. So let's go get a cup of coffee and get on down to Jacksonville. See y'all later. Well, hello everybody from Jacksonville, Florida. Just gotten up here. Go over to the hockey game at the Firestar Arena, and I'm going to watch the end of the game for the Greenville Swamp Rabbits and the Jacksonville Icemen. As I said yesterday, it's not all fun and games, and you think it's fun, you want to be a charter motor coach, tour operator, or driver for a team. Yesterday we'll push you to how to handle it, and think some guys like this is not for me, or we're separate the guys from the men. But yesterday was busy day, and today had to do a lot of adjusting with my sleep, oddball hours sleeping, forced sleeping to get it in. What happened basically was last night after our game in Savannah, we drove 2.5 hours down to Jacksonville. Got in the hotel about 1:30. We couldn't, normally we take the equipment to the game the night before, so the equipment managers and all get unloaded, but there was a concert at the Jacksonville Arena, so we had to wait till they got out and cleared out, and our time to come in was 5 o'clock in the morning. So that meant dropping the guys off at the hotel. I got to go sleep for maybe an hour and a half, took a little nap, wasn't asleep, just took a little nap, and got up. We left 5 o'clock, come over here, we brought the equipment into the arena. So they stay behind. Now there's a hard jobs too, the equipment managers and trainers. They put in some long, ungodly amount of hours. Stuff you don't see or you wouldn't even think of. I wouldn't even thought it was that much until you see it firsthand. So I left about 5:30 in the morning. They were still there. The trainers and all, I think we're gonna stay all day, the manager, equipment manager. So I got back 5:30, 5:45, and just luckily the hotel, the restaurant staff, I knew they helped me out. Breakfast started at 7 o'clock, and I really didn't want to wait till 7 o'clock. I wanted to, get in bed as soon as I could. So they fixed me a little plate of eggs and bacon early, and way before the restaurant opened. And again, I thank the DoubleTree over in the Jacksonville riverfront, great hospitality in the restaurant and all that. He took care of me. So I ate that and went to bed. Luckily I got to sleep and slept till like 1:30. So I took the guys over to the arena, dropped them off quickly, and went back to the hotel. And then I crawled back in bed slept another 2 hours off and on. So here it is, 6:30. And I should have enough sleep now. I think I'm good to get home. 6.5 hour drive back to Greenville. So we should leave here about 8:30. I'll get back about 3 in the morning. So I think I'm good, but it's just such a haphazard. You never got a full night's sleep, and that's something you do. You adapt. This part of the job. This is part of it. You're not working a 9 to 5 job. 8 hours off all the time. Weekends off. So it. Sometimes you get hit with something really abnormal, like last night and this morning. But it goes with the territory. I love going to the hockey team and just deal with it. Luckily, it was enough. And here's the other problem. It could have been had I got back later in the morning and they wanted to leave at 2:30 in the afternoon. I had to have 8 hours off. It's one of our federal requirements. I've got to have 8 hours off on a restart. And I just barely got it in within 15 minutes before they would have had to wait later in the day. Or the alternative would have been I would have drove with less hours going home available and had to have a relay. So anyway, got it all worked out. And here we are. Let's go into the game. Let's see how we're doing. Another pretty much must win we got to have tonight. And so let's go Swamp Rabbits. Thanks for joining me along. Hit and subscribe the button. I appreciate again all the support. I want to try and get out and build up more content as we go along through the season. Thanks for coming along, and we'll see you at the road. I'm not sure we'll do any more video on the way up. If not, we'll conclude it. And as you always say, go big or go home. And in this case, we're going home, but we're going big. Thanks for coming. Bye.